Ha! Those are my shoes. Ha! I got you guys really, really good. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Shyzalosophy 101. Yeah, we love that part. It's great to be alive. Here's your host, Shyzabox. Oh, is the show starting? Oh, it must be. We heard our introduction. Oh, get out of the way. Giddy up, girl. Oh, hurry up. We got to get to work. Oh, everybody loves us. Oh, girl. Oh. Thank you. Get out of here. And the horse. You wrote in on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome nuns and all. That's right, priests, preachers, cardinals, rabbis, weirdos with beardos, missionaries, ministers, whoever's around kicking it, looking for somewhere to hang out, somewhere to have a not necessarily good time, but somewhere to have a, how you say, free time. That's right. Because we know, let's be honest, there's far better out there, right? Everything's good nowadays. Well, except this maybe, right? Maybe a couple other things that you came across earlier in your streaming, scrolling, looking endeavors for that of which next contemplates and entertains that of your mind, right? Well, fantastic. Keep in mind, this is all for philosophical entertainment, obviously, and that of what you subjectively correlate or deductively get out of your interactions therewith is going to be completely and utterly up to your own interpretations and utilizations therewith. That's right. But welcome, nuns, welcome all. We've got a fantastic show for you today. No, I'm sorry. That's right. We've got a free show for you today. Okay, that's right. Okay, we got it. Yes, hello and hi. Who's that? Jeremy Official? Hello, Jeremy Official. Welcome to the show. You might be saying to yourself, how did I end up here, right? By I, obviously, you mean yourself. Okay? Let's be honest. You know how you got here? You kept refreshing your feed over and over again, thinking to yourself, self, everything that I keep watching sucks, right? Okay, fair enough. Now, that's where good old Shyzabox comes in to save the day. You're welcome. Yes, hello and hi. Good old Shyzabox comes in to save the day because not only did we call Daryl Dixon dibs on being the best of the worst internet celebrity there is, okay? Daryl Dixon dibs, we called it. Okay? You might be familiar with the little show called Walking Dead. You should be. Get captured at the end of every season, only to escape at the beginning of the next. It's funny how the apocalypse works. Yes, thank you for my love hearts. I deserve them. It's because I'm so wonderful and terrific. Obviously, when we called Daryl Dixon dibs on being best of the worst internet celebrity there is, inherently, it comes with a couple placards that, we have to live with, not necessarily yourself, okay? Oh, that's good. You would celebrate that. Being the best of the worst, obviously, you're allowed to walk all over us, okay? Comes with the rules. You talk down to us, degrade us, hell, in a kind of kinky way. Sometimes we like it. Just remember, though, everything's fine. Huh, what was that? Nothing. Don't worry about anything. Let's see. Is my birthday tomorrow? Wait, is my birthday? It is tomorrow at 12 p.m. What the fuck does that mean? Do you know when your birthday is? Or are you asking us when your birthday is? That's the wrong kind of show, okay? Man, if we could start, like, naming people for shit and, like, kind of doing all that, it'd be like one of those Lady Cleo psychic shows of the 90s, maybe late 80s past. Probably 90s, early 90s, definitely. Wouldn't have been late 80s. They didn't start taking money from people in unbalanced manners. No, they were probably doing it then, too. Does it matter not, or does it matter such? I don't know. Can you say a joke? We can say a joke if you give us one. We got all sorts of jokes that we can attempt to make. I mean, you can call them jokes or you can call them attempts at that thereof, right? Doesn't inherently mean they're going to be funny in any metric, way, shape, or form in which which you're looking for it to be, okay? Now, obviously, the reason you're asking us for a joke is because you've been failed. And that's right. And it's not your fault, Internet. We know that you're a ruthless bunch. You're savage in nature. You want that of which to entertain you at all costs for that of the measly input of you not having to put anything into the effort thereof, right? Free show. It better be good, or else I'm gonna downvote the shit out of you. See, therein, again, we call Daryl Dixon dibs and being best of the worst. We thrive on your downvotes, okay? Wrong kind of show, baby. You want a joke? We are the joke, okay? We don't even have a ceiling. Well, that's not a joke. We live in our mom's basement. Maybe one day we'll sell enough of our literary books and wares to move out of our mom's basement, right? One can dream, one can hope. Your books suck, I'm not buying shit. What? Well, for some of the physical versions, that's very, very good. Don't buy the physical copy of Delectable, even though it's 94% off. Because it means humanity's stupid in the long run. Watch one of the other streams we explain it, and or if you really want to know, you can shoot an email, something like that. Happy to entertain. And there, you can hit it in the chat. We can diverge the entire show. You're welcome to hijack it into the direction of which you wish to take it. Hey, we don't care. But as far as saying a joke, obviously, that of which may happen by circumstance or accident, one way or another. Okay? I mean, we work on a closed Godelian loop, right? So, inevitably, we're going to hit an entire ripple effect of all the good stuff, okay? We're going to start off kind of seemingly knowing what we're talking about, and then, we might say something scary. Ah! Joey's behind you. Bleh! If it's from Joey, it's a no-y, right? Joey is disgusting. Bleh. Okay, so we say something scary, and, we keep going around. We work on a closed loop system, okay? Because we don't like external facts trying to mess with our mumbo-jumbo, okay? We work in Shyzalosophy, okay? It's a living philosophical practice of seeking that of truth, that of being, okay? That of what is, that is true, okay? You do it symbiotically by working with other people in harmony and trying to, do that of which is trying to find the common good, the common correct, the common way, the kind of common form to do that of which you feel, okay? Now, everyone has that of their own philosophy. Everyone can utilize that of whatever they want. As a philosopher, you got to kind of wear your heart on your sleeve, and you got to have everything open to audit, interpretation, scrutiny, this, that, the other, okay, right? So that of which with the, guides and parameters of everything that we do, that's why we have the open source Kaggle notebooks, so that one can go and audit our math when we make bold claims and things of that nature, like we can utilize a trinary script to actually do better performance-wise computationally than binary metrics and coding, okay? Now, word salad, computer crap, right? Okay? No one cares. But the math doesn't lie, okay? We say this not in the guise of anything, okay? We call Daryl Dixon dibs on being best of the worst. Inherently, we shall reside at the bottom, let people walk all over us, and this show shall always be free, okay? We'll never paywall anything like that, this, that, the other, okay? Now, that of our intellectual concepts, that of our conscious dissemination techniques, utilizations, abilities that they're in, that literarily, all right, we can convey, whether good or not, okay, subjective, with the capabilities, all right, to look into one way, shape, or form, or one component of in essence, what can be or anything like that, all right? one must adhere to the parameters that are distinctly set into, the underlying foundation of where they're even beginning from, okay? So inherently, we utilize that, obviously, of lithic logic, okay, to foundationally structure our entire apparatus, okay? You need to have a foundation to build upon, okay? And we utilize that of lithic logic, all right, to foundationally begin a start over point for humanity, okay? We utilize that as a foundational knowledge, okay, with an understanding that humanity got it wrong completely, okay? This is all for philosophical entertainment, obviously. Disclaimer, utilize that of listening and interpreting, understanding that of which for your philosophical entertainment and contemplation abilities and or desires, with which you utilize that at your own means, endeavors, and or wills, okay? Yeah, good. Sound like we covered stuff. Before we get even further, let us also, additionally, we do have to issue an apology pertaining to our last stream, okay? Now, we can't be perfect all the time. Pertaining to our last stream, sorry about that. Excellent. Forgive and forget, right? We could have said anything we wanted. It was a giant person joke. What? It doesn't make any sense. You want jokes, we bring them not. The furthest thing therefrom. As we sit, let's look into inherently. Let's do a reset, okay? We apologize for last stream, okay? We're on a fresh start. Terrific. You come to us, like we said earlier, looking for jokes, okay? Because all the greats, okay, all the good joke tellers, your late night with Jimmy Kimmel Fallon, they don't sing you songs or lullabies anymore, we understand, or the Colbert, who, I don't know, whichever one doesn't do stuff, or isn't funny anymore. I believe it might be all of them, or any of them, or none of them. Who cares? We don't watch them. You should, they're funny. We desire not to. We have our own not jokes to tell. We can entertain ourselves. Oftentimes we have to. Anyhow, where were we? Ah, yes. The foundation of the show. We noticed some stuff, all right, that is a little bothersome, a little irksome to us, and by a little we mean actually more so than it is, but I mean, we're not going to do anything about it, okay? Well, we say we aren't going to do anything about it, but this is inherently what we will do about it, and that is merely talk about it, okay? Because we're not going to change the system. Let the system do that of which it will. If one wishes to work on an unbalanced scale and an unbalanced accord, and someone works on a metric of ripping off that of thine brethren and things of that nature, well, some folks out there just want to, take advantage of that of, those around them, okay? Now, not cool, right? Not cool at all. Point being is, as we look around and as we see constantly now, I mean, we are beginning to, and again, we say this not with a metric or a grain of, any means of mediocrity, okay? But in that of our literary works, okay, that of what we offer, okay, predominantly as a self-published author, inherently you're going to find any of our works available on, for the most part, Amazon.com, Kindle Unlimited, okay? Now, through the additional, like, Books A Million, things like that, you may seek and find that of our works, okay? That's right. Now, they're not going to be in stock or whatever, okay? It's because they don't want to take up the shelf space with good old Shyzabox, so you can't go to Books A Million and be like, hey, do you have Shyzabox's book or whatever on your shelf? Okay? It's not going to be on their shelf, but you can order it, okay? So, with that being the case, with us stating the avenues, you got your Amazons, and you got your Books A Millions, okay, and your big box book retailers, okay? The scales are thusly, for all of these individuals, all of these entities with which think they are doing these great services, these great, things by, I'm not going to support Amazon. Jeff Bezos, here's my middle finger, read between thateth of thine lines. Okay? I hate Jeff Bezos. I hate Amazon. This, that, the other matters not. Okay? That of what is exists, okay? For the good or bad or betterment of this, that, the other, that of which is, okay? If you are concerned about that of what is unfair, you need not look further than case in point what is here in this show itself, all right? That's right. The scales are unbalanced now to such a degree where people think they're doing this giant service, going to these alternative means and measures and metrics and out of their way, all right, to placate the mere thought of sticking it to the man, all right, by not going to Books A Million, by not going to a big box retailer X, Y, or Z, by not going to Amazon.com to buy that of whatever books they want, okay? That's fine. You can adhere to and vote with your wallet in every single means and metric and way that you wish. We do the same ourselves. We desire everyone to do the same, as that of inevitably voting with your wallet is one of the only means and capabilities that you're able to consistently do and maintain, and kind of have that as your last trump card for actually giving the middle finger to an entity, a business, whatever, and saying, I am going to vote with my wallet, and I am not going to partake in opening it upon and giving you anything out of it, okay? Now, you might be avoiding Amazon.com because F. Jeff Bezos, and then you might come across a little old channel like Punk Rock Review, okay? Not the good one, okay? The one our buddy Rock in the Clink, right? Gave us the keys to the car. Whoops. Point is that, you go in now, and you might be wanting to give the middle finger to Jeff Bezos. You might be not wanting to support Amazon or anything like that. But inevitably, you think you're doing good. You think you're going out of your way and sticking it to him. You're sticking it to yourself. Okay? Here's how. We can verify this, and we highly recommend that you start doing it if you are a purchaser of books or anything like that, all right? There are so many resellers and entities now that exist that they will double, triple, quadruple that of the price of what you're looking to buy, purchase, and or utilize merely by copy and pasting and putting it on an additional platform, okay? They go through the trouble to do it. They become a reseller lister. They don't do any of the work. They make TikTok-y Instagrams about how someone else can do it. For the one or two people that have successes therewith, I made $1,000 last month. You can too, okay? I like the way you talk. I like the way you talk. This is a sling blade? It should be. It shouldn't be. What was that movie about? Point is, while you might be avoiding sticking it to Jeff Bezos, sticking it to Amazon, sticking it to Books A Million, okay, because good old Shyzabox, self-published author, okay, the means of disseminating that of the is vernacular or wisdoms, and or lack thereof, okay, subjective, right? We self-publish our books on Amazon, okay? You need look no further now than merely doing a price check. If you are a purchaser of literary works from other means and endeavors, okay, as traction has gained in a few of our literary means and endeavors here or there, depending on which title you look at, and under the guise of what is deemed as success, right? Okay. We sell our books. We give away our games, we give away our demos, we give away our code, we give away everything, but that of what sustains our daily bread is that of what we attempt to solicit a reciprocal trade thereof or therewith, okay? Now, inherently, if you don't want it, don't buy it, okay? If you don't have the loot for it, get a free membership to Kindle Unlimited. Read it for free. Okay? Our works are available on Kindle Unlimited. Okay? Point is that you have these outside entities now that are going and scooping up these different titles, these different works and things of that nature, and they are raising the price 2 times, 3 times, 4 times the cost of the original, okay? That's right. We're on I don't even remember the site now. Show us. No. We're on whatever the site was earlier, and we saw that they were selling damn copies of New Non-Native Species on Mankind's Origin. Where the hell is that? What? They're selling this damn book for $22, okay? This book isn't $22. You know how we know? Because we wrote the motherfucker, okay? We wouldn't even try to get $22 for this. I don't know, maybe $21.99. No, you got these other entities that are scooping up these works on sites that people are avoiding. You don't want to support Jeff Bezos. You don't want to support Books A Million. Okay, so you go to these outside sources. These are resellers and relisters that are then posting that of like our literary works and hiking the price on you 2 times, 3 times, okay? This work we have for, I believe, $10, okay? Now, maybe no one wants to get it for $10. That's fine. Read it for free on Kindle Unlimited. Okay? We have that of which, all right, priced at what we would deem a reciprocal affordability. Okay? We don't get rich off of that of our literary works. Authors do not do that. Self-published authors especially do not do that as well. Your one-off Stephen of your Kings, your one-off, who's that dude that writes all of the Wiener shows on HBO? George Martin, is he the Wiener guy? He could be the Wiener guy. Is George Martin the Wiener? Is George Martin a Wiener guy? Does anyone know if George Martin's a Wiener guy? Stop saying it, you know he is. Oh, no, that's a South Park song, Wiener, 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 right? That it was. You can't... What the hell's this show about? This offer philosophical entertainment and or lack thereof in many regards, ways, shapes, and form, right? You have entities selling our book now for 2 times, 3 times the cost. You do not have to do that, and we desire you not to do that and support them. They're unbalancing the scales and ripping you off. Okay? Read it for free on Kindle Unlimited. Get a free membership, anything like that, okay? You don't even have to like us and or support us and or the work itself, okay? But do not let your infatuation or mere desire to maybe give a middle finger to these other corporate entities perhaps come into light and make it screw over yourself in the long run, okay? Because these dudes are raising the price 2 times, 3 times, okay? So now let's look at that of what we lay out, okay? Shyzabox's thing. We have a good amount of literary books and works available, so we can see a consistent metric across the board, if you will, okay? That affords us the opportunity to see that when our books are getting relisted and resold for 2 times, 3 times, 4 times that of their cost, inherently, it is coming down to we have not raised the prices on them. You're getting ripped off, okay? These entities, these resellers, these reposters, they are using that of unbalanced scales, and they are taking it from that of your wallet, and in essence, sure, it, in one way, shape, or form, reciprocally, comes back to us, all right, in the forms of whatever mediocre cut therein exists on whatever, okay? But mind you this, these exorbitant prices, these 2 times, 3 times, 4 times costs, that is straight up going into that of the resellers, individual accounts, pockets, this, that, the other, okay? Again, that's fine if your sheer hatred and desire to do that of which, okay, is purchased from an outside entity at double, triple, 4 times, 5 times the cost, okay, in cases, depending on what it is, especially with Delectable now being 94% off, okay, you have these resellers that don't go through and rechange their prices after they do it, right? So you'll still go see now Delectable for $250 on some of these external sites. You can't make this shit up. You're getting taken advantage of. You think you're doing a solid number for either the authors and or for that of the sticking it to the man or the business of X, Y, or Z that you hate, that is a destroyer of, you know, your livelihood. All corporations are, right? This, that, the other. Damn the man, okay? I don't know. But you have these resellers that don't go change the price. So when Delectable starts talking like the living dead tree that it is, literally and metaphorically, metaphysically, because it literally is, these resellers aren't going and adjusting their prices. So Amazon will be like, hey, you broke our algorithm, 94% off, okay? Because you're awesome, Shyzabox, here you go. We tell people don't buy it. It makes humanity stupid, okay? Well, it makes their logic inherently stupid if the physical copy does well. You can get the digital one, you can read the digital version on Kindle Unlimited all day. Go to town. But if you buy the physical copy, if too many people, ironically, buy the physical copy, then it makes humanity stupid. Well, not stupid in the means of them being stupid, but it just proves that there's a logical fallacy in mankind's logic. Which we know this already. I mean, inherently, it's proven with the fact that we know that the timeline that mankind has recorded from its recorded history is incorrect. Hands down, I mean, there's no arguing against it. You can't argue against the fact that humanity got it wrong. Okay, our timeline is incorrect. You look at any lithic logic structure, pyramids, Stonehenge, anything like that. You send someone down the hall at English Heritage Foundation or Salisbury Museum, do the ASTM C597 test on the Sarsen 5/8 stone core sample from motherfucking Stonehenge, Kennett Avenue. A 15-minute non-destructive test. We're not going to damage your precious little Stonehenge. It's a 15-minute test. They do it on concrete all the time. Do the ASTM C597. We got to check our notes and stuff, but yeah, we're pretty sure that's a test. Core 5/8 Sarsen stone sample, okay? You do this. They have 2 samples, okay? The Salisbury Museum and the English Heritage Foundation. 15-minute test. Walk down the hall and do it. Doesn't destroy your precious little Stonehenge, okay? You can utilize these components of lithic logic to then ascertain that not only are good old Shyzabox on the right track, but inherently you can go a step further and inevitably not have to do any of that because you can look at the timeline that mankind has recorded in its own recordings, incorrectly, mind you. Again, this is all for philosophical entertainment, blah, 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 blah. Disclaimers. Mankind got it wrong, and you can see that inherently when you look at the simple fact that Göbekli Tepe exists, and then you can utilize that of lithic logic. It's a stone structure, that of the same, that pyramids, Stonehenge, that of any of the towers, pyramids, anything like that you would find and or see, monolithic structures that exist. You can look at all these things and then ascertain that of stone, that of lithic, okay, lithic means rock. Rock. It's that of what is to be around longer than most anything else, okay? Now, did the ancients utilize this and know this? Now, probably, because they built out of it and used the hell out of it, okay? You go to the English Heritage Foundation, you go to Salisbury Museum, okay, you do that ASTM C597 test, you go do that non-destructive test on your precious little Stonehenge Sarsen Core 5/8 samples, okay, you already got them, fucking do the test. show that of lithic logic reigns supreme, and then, we can kind of show that because Göbekli Tepe was under the premise and guise that it was, yes, indeed, humanity got it wrong and jacked up the timeline. Okay? You don't have to do that. You just look at Göbekli Tepe existing, and the sheer timeline itself throws the entire, recorded timeline out the window, okay? Everyone knows this. You can go watch any of the specials they've been putting on Ancient of the History Alien channel for the last, 2 decades now. They're rolling it out. It's all coming out, right? Absolutely. It's all coming out now that the scales are unbalanced, and, you got these resellers, these entities that are sticking it to your wallet, and, the only one it's doing a disservice to, theoretically, is yourself, and we wanted to just make it known to you, okay? Buy that of which books from that of sites you want to or wish to, but if there's someone that you're looking at author-wise or anything like that, and you look at their title and you go to, I'm not going to Amazon, I hate those, or I hate Books A Million, look up the price difference in Amazon.com, okay, where a lot of self-published authors reside and post that of their works, and you got these other outside entities, these resellers, okay, that are jacking up the price, and you're getting screwed. And not in a good way. No, in a Joey way. That's right, no one wants to get screwed in a Joey way. Joey's disgusting. Blech. Sick. If it's from Joey, it's a no-y. Hands down. Isn't that right, Bob? Bob learned the hard way. He was hands up in Joey, okay? That's right. He paid the price, didn't you, Bob? That's right. I paid the price. High five, Bob. Live and learn. Okay? Now, you might be saying to yourself, what the hell's this show? Huh? What? Everything's fine. Huh, what was that? Point is that because the scales are unbalanced, because people are getting ripped off, okay, it irks us. Okay, now we don't care if you don't like Jeff Bezos. We don't care if you don't like the Books A Million, okay? Well, we do, sure. Your feelings affect us. Same way our feelings affect you. Because we're so close with each other. Hi, Mom. Point is, we have to talk to our Ones of fan. 'Tis why we do the show. Show sucks. What? Quiet, Mom. Don't make better jokes than us. Point being, the scales are unbalanced, and yeah, you need to do a price check now. If you're a consumer of literary wares, if you're a purchaser of even offhand goods, you might want to go to source material and start seeing exactly what a cost is, because as people have become maybe a little infatuated with certain titles of ours and things of that nature, all right, it's not cool for us to charge $10 for one of our books, okay? Well, no, not in that way. I mean, hell, all of our games, demos, everything's for free. This show's always going to be free, okay? We're trying to get, part of a combo meal at a fast food joint, okay? So we sell it for $10, sure. It's sure, don't buy it. Yeah, whatever. You got these resellers that are buying it and then charging you $20, $30, $40 for it on an alternative site, okay? Now, we just wanted to bring it to light and attention, okay? The scales are unbalanced. Do your research from here on out, because we were unaware that it was to such a degree that it is, because when we only had 1 or 2 works in existence, yes, hello and hi. When we only had 1 or 2 works in existence, it wasn't so easy to ascertain that. But as we started getting more and more literary works into that of the marketplace, even if it's not much of a market for it, it's because your books suck. What? Quit with the jokes, Mom. We're never going to sell any of our books. As more and more of them started hitting the market, our live stream note-taking journal, okay, things like that. Pickled Punk Philosophy, this one soaked in brine, fantastic. Everyone loves a good pickled punk. As certain books of ours started gaining a little bit of traction here and there in underground little circuits, networks, talks, this, that, the other. Thanks for buying it, Mom. This week for book club, I bought all of your books from my son. She loves us. The book club, on the other hand, they disband after that week. Half of them don't even read anymore. That book club's gone. Sorry about that. Anyhow, like we said, as we started getting more and more books on the market, it became ever so more apparent when we started doing books and writing books with our buddy would give us his manuscripts. We started doing even his literary books and works. Meatballs on Mondays, Teresa's Scary Poems for Kids. Okay, we started doing all of these random literary works, and it became even ever more apparent now that all of these resellers and things of that nature are sticking it straight to the actual consumers, the actual purchasers, okay? They're raising the price on these works 2 times, 3 times, 4 times over, and it is not fair to you, the consumer, okay? That's right. Now, like we said, that of our literary works available on Kindle Unlimited, so you don't even got to buy them. You can read them for free, okay? We would rather that than some other random asshole repost our shit and charge someone else 4 times the cost, okay? We don't care that they resell it. We don't care that they repost it. That's why we will not chase down anything and be like, oh, man, that's our copyright, right? No, if our book is that good that you want to take the time to resell it and repost it and raise up the price to try and screw people, we're not going to chase you down. We're not going to try and chase you for our $1 of the cut, right? When I guess you double and triple and quadruple in the price and you getting anyone to buy it, then you're jacking their cut up out of their wallet, all right, and it's going straight into the reseller's pocket, okay? That stuff don't see no Shyzabox and or any other insert, whichever literary author you actually do like. Doesn't matter. Doesn't have to be us. The resellers are jacking these prices up, and you need to double check the cost of your wares from here on out if you're shopping these outside entities, okay? For your own safety, should you choose. Maybe you're rich and don't care. Way to go, Elon Musk. I got $1 trillion. I'm Elon Musk. Probably. I don't know. Does that dude have $1 trillion? I haven't seen it. Oh. Elon Musk isn't a trillionaire until he has $1 trillion fucking dollars. Take that, Elon Musk. We're a trillionaire, too. We got just as much trillions of dollars as you. Now we might have to eat those words if he actually has been pulling money out of banks and had, like, some print run or whatever has, I don't know, one of those, a Trump $1 million bill or something like that. And he's, like, naked in a bathtub, swimming in a pile of cash, and he's like, I do have $1 trillion, actually. It's like, okay, Elon Musk, you showed us. You showed good old Shyzabox. You sure did. Why don't you buy something and put your name on it? I just might do that. This, of course, all for philosophical entertainment, and Elon Musk doesn't necessarily sound like that. But if we were to do a complete reenactment of Elon Musk talking to his secretary, all right, asking him about Shyzabox making fun of him, we think it might go something like this. Again, this is all for philosophical entertainment, and this is just a reenactment, okay? So it probably didn't happen like this or not like this, but Elon Musk, sitting there in his office talking to his secretary, goes probably exactly like this. Oh, I might wear my red ninja suit today. Oh. Shyzabox making fun of me. Oh. I mean, that's, he probably doesn't act like that. I mean, we haven't seen that in interviews or any portrayal thereof, okay? This is all for philosophical entertainment, okay? We don't know. We're guessing. We're guessing it might go like that, okay? And he gets on the phone, he's like, Shyzabox making fun of me. Hey, I'm Elon Musk. Shyzabox making fun of me. I'm gonna bathe naked in $1 trillion. And then his secretary just starts getting a bunch of cash to make his dreams come true, okay? Now you might be saying there's no way in hell it happens like that, okay? He doesn't talk like that, and he doesn't wear a red ninja suit, okay? I mean, we've seen something looks like a red ninja suit, and that's all we're saying. Now, we could be wrong, but it looked like a red ninja kind of suit to us, okay? Point being is, obviously, we joke and jest and kid. None of that has anything to do with the original show topic. But, to be honest, it filled a little bit of time and provided that of entertainment or lack thereof. Do you believe in God? Well, of course we believe in God, eh? Not only do we believe in God, but we have to inherently state that as a philosopher, not only do we necessitate it that, you must wear that of which your heart on your sleeve and that of your theological beliefs and practices thereof, inherently just upon their own merit and metric and accord, but you got to be fully auditable and things of that nature. That's why we actually do write theological philosophy as well, okay? But do we believe in God? Yes, we do. Ironclad for us, okay? Now, you might be saying yourself that you don't believe in God, maybe, okay? Or you might be just probing to see if we are a heathenistic bastard. But no, Shyzabox is not that of a heathenistic bastard. No. We have read that of many a religious text and a religious component and element of literary available book, palimpsests, manuscripts, old ancient documents, torn, ripped up, shredded stuff, missing things, old dusty, dirty crap, right? We have read quite a variety of different components and aspects of religious texts and things of that nature, okay? We enjoy it quite very much, actually. Okay? Yeah. Everyone has that of their own little niches and things like that. Or is it niches? Yeah, probably that way. So we have our favorite niches, and that of theology is ironically one of them. So yes, we do believe in God, and we do incorporate and write that of which into some of our, philosophical works and things of that nature. Why hast thou forsaken me? This one we actually really do enjoy to quite a good extent. This one, bless me, Father, for I have sinned, transmutating God. Yeah, these ones are, of course, laden fairly heavily with that of theological philosophy, okay? That of which subjectively you can deductively take in and or out thereof or thereupon, okay? Transmutating God, ironically, can be read by a lot more folks, probably open-mindedly, than that of Why Hast Thou Forsaken Me? Even though you would think maybe counterintuitively quite the opposite is the case, okay? It's not. So yes, we do believe in God, and yes, we do incorporate that of which into our theological works and that of our philosophical works and, in essence, that of our philosophical state of being, okay? Well, laugh all you will. But with us having a lithical foundation of knowledge, okay, with us enjoying that of having a baseline foundation, we utilize the components and aspects and that thereof with which to deductively utilize our beliefs therein to correlate and correspond with everyone to be able to unite humanity and get us to stop fighting over a bunch of petty dumbass bullshit, okay? Yes, we believe in God. You don't have to. You can be a heathenistic bastard, okay? And or you can believe in that of whatever entity and or affiliate that you would like. Let whatever God you believe in have mercy on that of your soul. Okay? Star Trek. Point is that Yes, we do, and we like to have a lithical foundation with which to invite or allow anyone who wishes to or desires to not only talk, but to begin to put aside the kind of pettiness and things of that nature and be able to work together for the betterment and or greater being of that of all humanity, okay? Now, you might be saying, no way, I'm never working with someone who believes in this, that, the other, or that ascribes to a certain belief system or a sect of religious affiliation that I do not like or don't agree with myself, okay? There's so much pettiness, all right, that is utilized by so many different sects that it's objectionably kind of just a logical fallacy to even engage in it. Okay, I mean, we called hard stop on dumb shit, okay? Fighting over religious affiliations and ties and one's own beliefs. Everyone is their own historian. Everyone is that of their own philosopher. Everyone can ascribe to that of their own beliefs. Stay the fuck out of it. Okay? That in there means when someone tells you no and to back that of their off, you must back that of their off. Okay? If someone says, do not preach to me that of what thy practice and that thy preach, okay, please don't do it. It's not nice. I ask you nicely. Okay? Now, one is free to preach, one is free to practice, okay? But the core idea that one needs to fight over any of the idealisms or the, faiths or beliefs that someone ascribes to or that a faith or a sect ascribes to necessitates not, okay? With a lithical foundational knowledge of understanding, okay, you can begin to look past, all right, that of what is irrelevant to the greater being, and we're not saying that that of one's faith is not irrelevant to that of the greater being. We say that not at all. It is merely the fact, all right, that that of one's faith, all right, is inherently that of one's own foundation, okay? So use it as such. You don't need your foundation to house that of your neighbor's mansion, okay? If you have a foundation that can house that of your neighbor's mansion, and you wish them to house it there, that's fine. But that is not the point of having, a shared foundational knowledge, okay? The shared foundational knowledge exists so that it's good for everyone. It betters everyone, okay? Not just you, not just your neighbor, okay? It's got to better everyone. That's why inherently we put it, when we are asked, do we believe in God? And we say yes. Not only do we believe in God, but we believe in God to a sheer extent that we think that it is capable for people to inevitably, eventually, maybe not now, maybe not later, maybe not tomorrow, put aside their petty crap and begin to do better for the greater being, the greater good, and working symbiotically, okay? Everyone's their own historian, everyone's their own philosopher, everyone believes that of which they will. That of when we endeavor to read our theological works, that of our foundational knowledge of understanding, of interpretation of what we, vernacularly could only attribute to our understanding, okay, and our ability to disseminate the knowledge therewith or therefrom that we derive therewith or therefrom the works or texts that we read, or the palimpsests, or the little portions of fragmented old manuscripts or whatever, insert scroll X, Y, or Z here. I don't know, we've read a bunch of crap. Doesn't matter, right? Everyone has, everyone can. Okay, the works exist. Okay, our works exist. You don't got to read them. When we venture into that of our religious means and endeavors of understanding, okay, we put it past no other religion, okay? No other belief system, no other entity, all right? To neither necessitate a need to prove and or disprove that of their own inherent beliefs, okay? We are so sound in that of our own metric of understanding, okay? Now again, that of what could be construed as perfect knowledge is unassailable from an outside force in a closed-loop Gödelian system, okay? Virtually impenetrable. So, I mean, you can try, but it's virtually an unassailable position to be therein upon, okay? Now, you're welcome to assail that of our towers as you will. We're open source. We don't hide behind any of our computational data or mathematical endeavors and things of that nature. A bold claim cotton, when you go around like we state on quite an occasion, broken record, we'll try and stop on that of the, claimant solvings of and or theoretical, descriptors of finalizing and understanding of that of the Voynich manuscript, okay? Bold claim on the internet, Cotton. You can't just go around saying that. People are going to audit the shit out of you, right? We welcome it. Please do. That's what we're here for, right? Audit the shit out of us. We got open Kaggle notebooks out the wazoo. Go to town, okay? They're all fairly interesting. If you hate taxes, go to the taxes RBS one. You'll probably get pissed. Should your understanding merit, warrant, or metric of understanding and such, okay? Point is that, back to the theological and things of that nature, when we are asked, do we believe in God to such an extent that we think people can work together, okay? So we try and make ourselves familiar with that of all components that we can. We try and get our little grubby fingers on the literary works with which we do, okay? So yes, we've read the Bible, we've read the Ethiopian Bible, we've read the Torah, we've read the Quran, we've read the Book of Mormon, okay? This is not a brag, a boast, neither of any of that, okay? It's merely to state the fact that when one asks us, do we believe in God, we're comfortable enough in having read all of these theological, tools, these theological devices, these theological books and literary means that have been put before us for all ages upon that of my understanding, okay? There are correlations thereto, components of theological aspects within lithic logic that inherently we haven't even ventured upon reasoning metaphorically even therewith. We do a lot of stuff. Hey, we're busy doing, I don't know, whatever we're doing at the time. Doesn't matter. Hey, we have a lot of theory. We have a lot of demos. We have a lot of games. We have a lot of books, okay? All of this stuff exists, all right? And it's the interactions therewith, obviously, that are going to be what is of most relevance, okay? When you look at our books, okay, and you see that we charge X, Y, or Z for them, is the only thing we charge for. Everything else for free, okay? You seek that of our daily bread with that of reciprocality, all right, for that of our literary means or wares, okay? I think we sell our poetry book for, I think, $8.88. Okay? 888 pennies. That sounds like a nice round number. Believe you me, we don't get all 888 pennies. We get like $1. But it's not the fact that we get $1. It's the fact that we get $1 whether you buy it from source A, B, or C. Source A has it for, what we say it is. Source B has it for what we say it is. Source C is doubling, tripling, quadrupling the price and taking it out of your wallet. We don't appreciate that. We don't like that, okay? We believe in God so much that we think that, he kind of got us a little irked on the fact that we came across now not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, like 6, 7 of our literary works. Funny how that works. We literally have about 6, 7 works that are being overcharged on these external sites by these external resellers. Now, again, we hunt not down that of what is. We just merely desire to have anyone who is contemplating seeking that of any of our literary works as different ones gain a little traction, notoriety in these small sex groups for a reason X, Y, or Z. We want to make fun of it. We understand. As a philosopher, like we said, we need wear our heart on our sleeve. You must be able to audit our hearts, our minds, and that of our souls. Okay? We can't hide behind that of our belief system in God in any of our literary works if we're trying to do something like point out the stupidity in that of mankind's understanding in a jacked up timeline. Okay? We can't convey that of a understanding of electronic usage of lectin, all right, to the degree or capacity that one can use a computational prowess to make a Fortune 500 company, theoretically, this all for philosophical entertainment, into a Fortune 5 fucking million company overnight. Okay? I mean, you can't make this stuff up, all right? It's a living philosophy in Shyzalosophy, all right, that has allowed us to correlatively, all right, work within the confines, all right, of a closed-loop system, all right, to a nice enough certainty and degree, ironically, that the way that it operates is strictly on the inherent computational limits of mathematical computational limits, okay? We can be wrong. We're willing to be wrong. We accept being wrong if that of we are, all right? But until that of which all of our stuff's audited here and things of that nature and or is audited and found problem therewith, okay, get on board or get on the hell out of the way. You're blocking our sun. Huh, Diogenes, you bastard! We're out of swill. Inherently, the show tonight, we don't want anyone being taken advantage of because funny, someone asked us if we believe in God. Okay? In that of many a religious place, you will find that of religious texts where it says, don't take advantage of that of your neighbors, things in that nature, okay? Don't work on unbalanced scales because, some judgment may come back on an unbalanced scale back towards that of yourself. Believe you me, probably not a good thing, right? So, do that of which that of thine will, okay? Because that of your will is that of what you shall do. Be it as it may, it's your choice, your accord, okay? We can't make you do that of what you will. Again, we abridge not any more of Eastern philosophy with that of anything, but it is ironic that someone asked, do we believe in God? And then with which, we end up having to entertain the ideas of maybe perhaps entertaining a small aspect thereof. Okay. But therein thus for we shall entertain as much as it is dictated and warranted, adding that of Eastern philosophy to the talk. Well, we state again, we can bring a tree to a plot of soil, okay? But we can't make the soil bear the tree, okay? We can take handfuls of the soil and even throw it at other trees, okay? See if any of it sticks, stays around, works itself in, okay? Ironically, that's the thing about quantum tunneling. Pique your curiosity. I want to read his poems after all, my hero. Well, I do declare, you must want to read our poems. Or not. How can one name a book Transmutating God? It's a pretty bold title, Cotton. Would you think not, or would you think so? We got phone calls about the title of this book. Okay? We literally got phone calls about the title of Transmutating God. So, either a bold move, Cotton, or just happenstance of one of those things that make people contemplate what therein is the reasoning. Okay? Don't buy the physical copy of Delectable. It's trying to trick you. It's 94% off. It's a living book, even though it's a dead tree. Don't worry about it. We need not abridge more that of Eastern philosophy for, that of what is, a horse making itself drink out of the lake and the river that, we throw its whole body into. For the horse to do. We need not follow up and make sure that it gets that of its water. We need merely make sure that, just like when we ask anyone to ensure their own well-being, okay, you must take care of that of yourself first and foremost, okay? There's only one you, okay? We can't easily replace you by subscribing to ourselves and making you end up going into, that of any other form or fashion or function of any other metric or means of understanding and things of that nature, okay? You can't inherently just have a variety of things going on that afford one the necessitation, right, to raise gripe at someone being mistreated, at someone being taken advantage of, right? And that's exactly what it comes down to. That's exactly what brought on that of this show, is us coming across that of our literary works and people getting screwed over, maybe having a little piqued interest or curiosity and checking out a component or an aspect or an iteration of that of any of our literary works or means or endeavors, okay? You don't have to read our books if you don't want to, but by God, don't buy them at 3 to 4 times the cost of what they actually are, because some asshole reseller's taking advantage of your wallet. You might hate Jeff Bezos. You might not want to go to Amazon.com to buy it. You might not want to go to Books A Million and order it, okay? But you go to these external sites, and they're charging you 2 times, 3 times, 4 times the cost, okay? It drives us nuts to see that of our book that, granted, like we say, all of our code, all our demos, all of our games, that's all for free. Go to the IPFS site, play any of it, have fun with it. It's all Apache 2.0. Make it better, do that of what you will, okay? That of our conscious thought, that's what we try and, get a little cheese on the back end, okay? Go and get a combo meal when we make enough pennies, okay? When we sell our book for $10, we don't get $10 for the book, okay? We get like $1, okay? Somewhere in there. When these resellers are jacking up the price and making you pay $20 to $30, okay, for the exact same thing that you can literally go to Books A Million, you can go to Amazon and get for 10, you're not sticking it to Jeff Bezos, you're sticking it to yourself, okay? So whilst, like we said, you need not buy our literary works, sure, we would love everyone to buy our literary works. Okay? Every author would like it. But we seek not of the sales. That's why we seek to not go chase down all of these assholes that are taking advantage of everyone else. Okay? You don't need to buy any single one of our books, but the more that we put on the market, the more that we've come to realize that people are getting taken the fuck advantage of, and it's not cool and or fair to any of them that this keeps happening, okay? Now, like we said, we're pretty aware that it's happening. You can do your own research, but we've almost seen for certain that we have at least 6, 7 books that people are being screwed on when they're going to these external sources or sites thinking that they're showing Jeff Bezos or supporting an alternative means or measures of things. These motherfuckers are copy and pasting shit, okay? You've seen the tiki-takis. You've seen the Insta of the grams. No, I haven't. That sucks. Okay, you're better than the rest of us. No, better than you. It's pretty mean, Mom. point is, these dudes are taking advantage of you. They're taking advantage of your wallet, and you need to double check your pricing or whatever, because you might be getting, kind of priced out of your wallet in a very unfair metric and way, okay? It's not cool, man. We don't like selling our books for $10 and then seeing someone selling them for 20 to 30, okay? That's not cool at all. Go to Kindle Unlimited and read it for free, okay? Especially these resellers, they don't adjust their prices, okay? So you go and see something like our living book, Delectable, literally a living dead tree, right now, or as we look, 94% off on Amazon, okay? It priced itself. We did not price this at 94% off. It priced itself because it's a dead book, dead tree. It's a living philosophy. It's crazy how it works. Metaphysics is crazy, okay? It's a $250 book. These external sites, they don't have it for the 94% off. We broke Amazon's pricing algorithm. So it's inherently visible because you can see that our book is 94% off on Amazon, where it's a living book and it prices itself into existence. And then you have these asshole resellers, all right, that don't adjust their prices, that have priced it, in essence, out of the obscene, obtainable existence, okay? We tell people, do not buy the physical copy of this book. Don't even buy it, the physical copy, from Amazon. This book is trying to trick you, okay? We're not even joking. You can't make this shit up. We've already proved our theory. We can't prove our theory anymore, okay? The theory inevitably is proving itself now because the living philosophy is a literally living fucking book that broke Amazon's pricing algorithm and priced itself, okay? This is literally a thermodynamic enlightenment at a price tag now, okay? Shyzabox is the vernacular master, and holy shit, those pre-Stoic bastards, those dudes were some smart dudes, okay? You go and read any of that pre-Stoic philosophy and things of that nature, you start looking into lectin and things like that, you have to read the monographing thereof now, because there wasn't one that existed. We had to write that shit, okay? But believe you me, the book takes on the mind of its own, but these resellers, they don't go and they don't adjust the prices. So now, if you are perplexed enough to not want to wait and try and obtain a physical copy of that good old Shyzabox, bread and butter baby, right? You try and support it via going to these alternative sites and adjust their price, man. They're getting that shit 94% off on Amazon. And you're now going to get screwed by paying $250 for the exact same book, okay? It's funny how you can shed light on that of broken systems when you use the system in which to show that there's light that need be shed, okay? You can't make this shit up. These companies, these entities, these individuals, these resellers, these retailers that even allow this shit to happen, shame on them. That's right. Hey, that's me! Now, rethink your actions, please, okay? Please don't keep continually charging $250 even now for something that's 94% off that. Hey, the book priced itself back into existence. Check it out on Amazon. We didn't do that. We didn't change that. It's a $250 book. We did that. Okay? We broke Amazon's pricing algorithm and it priced itself. Okay? It's a living philosophy. It's a living book. It's going to do what it wants. Isn't that right, dead tree book? Metaphysics is crazy. Again, this is all for philosophical entertainment. Understand and utilize that of which you do in the time frame of that of which you will. We can't handhold. It takes too long. And sometimes your hands are too sweaty. Let's be honest. Even thinking about your wet, moist hands gets us in a little bit of a tizzy. You're an asshole. What? You told us that at breakfast, Mom. We don't have to keep hearing it all day and into the night, okay? We get it. Jeez. We're out of swill still. All right. Well, that's pretty much it. We don't want to see anyone get taken advantage of, so please do your due diligence, do your research, check your stuff. Do not get taken advantage of by these outside sourced entities that are repricing that of our literary works, at least, and most certainly, hell, if they're doing it to good old Shyzabox, they're doing it to way more than you think of. And if you are someone that tries to support alternative means, measures, underground sites, this, that, and the other, you might be getting priced into your wallet far more out of what the price of the actual work is worth and or charged for in the first place, okay? You end up saving yourself a lot of money by doing just a little bit of checking now, okay? Like we said, we got a little bit of experience with it as we've seen more and more of our works, this happening to them and things of that nature. Like we said, I mean, we spend all day chasing down everyone who reposts all our shit and tries to sell it better than we do, okay? Believe you me, they're probably doing a better job, and them merely reselling our stuff helps us out immensely, okay? We don't sell our works for shit. You think we come here and ask people to buy our book and they go buy it? No, maybe sometimes. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know, I mean, we don't get rich off the stuff, and if you were to think along the lines of how these resellers are working, if we operated under the guise of that, then we would, okay? But we structured it in a good old Shyzabox. We claim Daryl Dixon dibs on being best of the worst, okay? Money is a construct. We don't need a bunch of it, okay? We just gotta be the best of the worst internet celebrity there is, okay? Because we call Daryl Dixon dibs. So you can walk all over us and do whatever, and we get to afford an upgrade to our combo meal at McDonald's, okay? Not everyone can get supersized. I mean, we can't right now. But ideally, obviously, we call Daryl Dixon dibs being best of the worst internet celebrities there is. That's right. And then, theoretically, eventually someone will buy enough of our books and we can afford to upsize our combo meal. But because that's a ways off, now the goal is get a combo meal. Because, believe you me, we did a little snack time break earlier, and it sounds like it might be about that time again. So again, be sure that no matter what, you take care of you yourself, because there's only one you. We can't replace you easily. It'd take us all day to go and make a bunch of fake accounts and subscribe to ourselves, okay? We spent, a couple weeks doing that. Believe you me, the payoff isn't as great as you think it is, because we don't like lying to big corporations, okay? By golly, if they ask us for a name and an address, we want to give them one, okay? We're not making those fake Spotify accounts to just listen to music for free, okay? No. We're tired of making accounts and subscribing to ourselves, okay? That method didn't work. We've tried new marketing tactics since then, okay? We've been utilizing massive marketing payoff tactics that are utilized in public realms and spheres, like wacky waving inflatable flailing arm guy, okay? Now, wacky waving inflatable flailing arm guy, the same way it makes anyone pull off the interstate or highway that sees one to take a picture with it. I mean, I do. I'm constantly pulling off the highway to take a picture with everyone I see. I got a lot of pictures of me with them. Oh, you too? I guess. We were joking. Hey guys, someone has a lot of pictures with them. It's us. Point is that we do all sorts of marketing tricks and tactics to accidentally trick people from scrolling past us in the things and hitting it and being like, oh, it's just like when I'm driving on the interstate and see one of those damn things. I better go subscribe to that shit, right? You go into the business and just start throwing the money like you had a wacky waving inflatable flailing arm guy, right? Here's money, okay? Only, obviously, we know no one wants to give us money, so we take down votes. I mean, up votes, the good one. I mean, down votes, that doesn't matter. They're all constructs. Ironically, that's a constructed digital item. Doesn't matter. That should have elicited ones of subscribifications. Then again, we do have marketing geniuses that, drive up and down the highways and interstates on their way to yell at us and pass a variety of wacky, waving, inflatable, flailing arm guys with which they think to themselves, this can't hurt the channel any worse than the channel already hurts itself. That's how it works. You be sure you take care of yourself, because there's only one you. Then you look around, you take care of anyone else who might really, really need it, because there are people out there who really need help and may not need way to be shown to them necessarily, but they may not know a way to ask for that help that they do need inherently, okay? So you take care of them second. You look around the room, you see us peddling our literary wares. Buy Nail and Kalimba. Buy Pickled Punk Philosophy. Buy our works, right? Buy our officially endorsed live stream note-taking journal, right? You buy any of this stuff, all right? You see us in the corner if you got anything left over only, okay? Yourself first, people who really need it second. We'll take any crap you got at the end of the day. Because remember, inevitably, we don't want your subscription, we want your money. Downvote the shit out of this, go to Cashapp and give us a buck, or go to Amazon.com, search Shyzabox books, and buy one of them. Get off our lawn!